Yo guys, Naruto the Sage. Today I'm going to be continuing the series that me and the YouTuber called I Do What If started. This is going to be What If Naruto was abandoned by his parents, part 3. So before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe, and you'll get part 2, or you can go and watch part 2 on I Do What If channel. I will show the picture of his channel so that you can go and watch the What If there is a good YouTuber. So go and watch the What If and subscribe while you're there. So without any further ado, let's start the What If. So I do what is I think that he finished the What If where Naruto and the rest of the team 7 were finished with the Land of Waves mission. So I'm going to pick up from there. Once they were returned for like a day, Kakashi came to them and said, "Yo, are you going to participate in this year training exams?" And the team said yes. And then Kakashi said, "Okay, sign your names and see ya." After a week, the training exam starts, and Naruto and the rest of the team were walking to the examination class, but Naruto was just there because there was like a new rule being put up by the Hokage that all teammates must be together, because Minato wants Naruto to be his son, because at the Land of Waves mission the reports came out that Naruto is a pretty much strong shinobi. Now Minato says that's my son and he wants Naruto back. And Minato, while Naruto was being born, he knew that Naruto was not the Ninetales child, because the Ninetales was unable. He didn't have the ability to implant a baby inside a woman's womb or stomach, I don't know. So Minato just went with the flow because Kushina wanted him to. He hated, let's say he hated Naruto for the whiskers. He thought that the Ninetales had an influence, and he feared that maybe someday Naruto will just snap and he will destroy the village. So he gave himself a false idea that Naruto was a Ninetales child and he is evil. He one day will destroy the village. But now, seeing that Naruto is a prodigy and he could pretty much do a strength jutsu at the age of, I don't like, is it 12? I think Shippuden starts at now when Naruto was like at the age of 14. Let's say Naruto is 12. He can do pretty much many strength jutsus and he can teleport like the flying Raijin. So he wants Naruto back. With that explanation out of the way, let's continue the what if. So the rest of Team 7, Menma and Mito, Sakura and Sasuke, even Naruto were working, and when they arrived to the classroom or the place where they are going to take the test, Naruto noticed that there is a genjutsu and he dispelled the genjutsu and got into the class. The writing part of the examination, Naruto broke every record. He even beat Minato's score. He got 100% on each question. He got all the questions right, and it was off to the death forest of death. Forest of death part of the tuning exams. So Minato implemented a new rule It's not that Minato wants Naruto to be his son to love and protect. No, Minato wants Naruto to use as a weapon. So he doesn't really give a damn about Naruto, but he still wants Naruto to be obedient and serve him. But he hasn't told Naruto that he is his father and Kushina is his mother. So Naruto doesn't know who his parents are. He just knows that he was found in the forest and he was pretty much abandoned by his parents, or they just left him there. I'm pretty sure abandoned means you are just left there to die. So Minato made a new rule that if a team if a team if a teammate gets left behind, you can leave him in the forest, because Minato is not truly convinced that Naruto is a prodigy. He thinks that maybe the ninjas they were fighting uh, are weak, and he thinks that Naruto stopped the Chidori from Kakashi because Kakashi saw that Naruto is going to get it if he did not lower down the power of the Chidori. He thought that Kakashi used like a low chakra that even a Genin can deflect, so that Naruto won't get hit by the Chidori. That's what he's been telling himself, but he wants to test this out by saying if a teammate gets left behind, you can still progress through the tuning exams, and if your team ends up fighting, you can take one another's scroll. Let's say in this what if everyone is given their own scroll, but they have to work as a team. Each of them have to get like two. You can't. Let's say you can't go to the tower with like without 4 people in your team. If you don't have 4 people, you will not progress. If you have 4 people, you'll progress. So the Team 7's plan were to like take Naruto's scroll and leave him in the forest to die, because they hate him. They think that Naruto is the son of the Nine Tails. So they when they finished the writing exams, Enko showed up and said, "Yo, come with me. I will show you where the next exams are going to be taken. You have like 3 days to get to the end of the forest or the tower. If you fail to do so, you will be disqualified and you might die." So that's pretty much what she said, and they were on their way. While they were running, Naruto Naruto had like Menma, Sakura, Mito, and Sasuke talking that they have to take Naruto's scroll and leave him there. But they were whispering because they didn't want Naruto to hear them and run away, because they think that Naruto is afraid of them and they think that Naruto is weaker than them. So they were whispering. But Naruto had like pretty much good sense, so he heard them anyway and he just said, "You can come and try." And they were pretty much baffled on what Naruto was saying. He was asking them to come and try to take his scroll. So they thought that they can wait for a while and just let him enjoy his scroll for a little while, and they will take it after that and leave him in the forest. But when Naruto was walking, he was walking behind them. Menma, Mito, and Sakura decided to leave Naruto in the forest without even taking his scroll. So they just left him there running. Naruto said, "Where are you going?" They said, "Don't follow us, you lose." And Naruto said, okay. When Naruto was walking by himself, he ran up to a girl. This girl was crying, and Naruto said, "Wow, what is wrong?" And the girl said, "My teammates hate me because I can't use ninjutsu and genjutsu, so they say I'm an outcast and I don't deserve to live." I'm going to say in this one, Lee can use ninjutsu and genjutsu, and Ten is the only one who can't use the ninjutsu and genjutsu in the team. That let's say Nenji and Lee are like pretty much douchebags. They don't care who they hate, whose feelings they hate. They just care about power. So Naruto meets Tenten in the forest, and Naruto said, "Okay, well, do you have a scroll?" And then Tenten said, "No, they took my scroll and left me here to die." And Naruto said, "Oh, really? Come with me." And Naruto took Tenten's hand and pretty much teleported because his Naruto's body flicker is so fast that Naruto can get to any place he wants like that. He can even go to like the Sand village in like 2 hours tops. If he wants, if he's like using 30% of his chakra, but if he's using like 100% of his chakra, it will only take him like 5 minutes to get to the Sand village. So Naruto's body flicker is pretty much strong, but he was only using like 30% of his chakra to fuel his body flicker, so it was not as fast as he wanted. He would use it like it was not as fast as he used it in the previous arc. And guys, go and watch part 2. If you haven't watched part 2, go and watch part 2 on I Do What If's channel. Yeah, it is pretty much there. So let's continue. Naruto body flickered to Neji and Lee. And Naruto said, "You are the two douchebags that pretty much took a scroll." And then they say, "Yes, what are you going to do about it?" And Naruto said, "I'm going to teach you a lesson about power and strength." And then they said, "We're going to kill you." And then Naruto said, "Oh, really? Come and try." When Neji tried to use the 64 trigram palms on Naruto, Naruto just dodged. Because in Naruto's perspective, Naruto was seeing Neji moving so slow that Naruto could slip and still dodge Neji's attack. Naruto dodged and gave Neji a punch to the stomach, which made Neji spit out some saliva, and he was pretty much knocked out. When Lee saw this, he said, "I'm going to teach you a lesson." So, so Lee charged at Naruto. I'm going to say that even in this what if Lee is still the martial arts expert, he still use taijutsu and that thing that he used to fight, and he still wears weight. Because of this, Lee has a big head. Because I'm not saying that literally has a big head, I'm saying that his ego is too high. He thinks that he's the strongest, and some of this is made because Lee is friends with Menma and Mito and that group, Sakura and Sasuke. So Lee pretty much thinks that he's powerful because when they are with Menma, Mito and Sakura. They always talk about power, 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 power. So Lee chased Naruto, taking off his way because he saw that this guy one shot energy to the ground. So he wanted to test if this guy is strong enough. So Lee chased Naruto, but Naruto saw some difference in Lee's speed and Neji's speed. He saw that Lee is faster than Neji and his blows strong, are strong, are stronger than Neji's. So Naruto decided to end this in one shot, and he, he kicked Lee in the stomach and Lee passed out. And then Naruto took out a scroll and put Neji and Lee inside because Tenten can pass if she doesn't have a team. When I said that you need 4 people to pass the tuning exam, I meant that if your team has 3 people, you have to have those 2 people present in the tower to pass. If your team have 5 people, you will have to have like 4 people to pass. But in this story, I want to see Lee and Neji could still pass because they were 2 people, and I said if you have 5 people, you only need 4. If you have 3 people, you only need 2. So they are still going to pass, but Naruto still them inside the scroll and took one of the scrolls and gave them to Tenten and went out hunting for scroll. Naruto had the F scroll, so he was looking for the heaven scroll. So he rushed around and found the heaven scroll and took some for Lee and Neji, because if they are present at the tower and they don't have the scroll, they can't pass, and Tenten will be failed automatically because she is not part of a team. And this mission, this like training exam, is made to test teamwork and all of that things. So Naruto finally caught up to his team, and he saw them fighting like a snake person. The snake person wanted to bite Sasuke, but Naruto threw a kunai, but it was still too late. Sasuke still got the curse mark and he passed out. But when Naruto threw the kunai decapitated the snake person, but the snake person or Orochimaru didn't die because he used that weird thing that he comes out from the mouth of himself. I don't know if it's like a form of substitution jutsu, I don't know. So he used that thing, the regurgitation, I don't know, that disgusting thing that he used to negate some damage. So Orochimaru escaped and sent the sound ninjas to test Sasuke's power with the curse mark. But when the sound ninja, I'm going to say all of the teams, Naruto, and Mamito and Sakura were already passed out. Orochimaru overpowered them with only his bloodlust, and they were pretty much weak because they didn't train enough. So Sasuke still got beaten and was unconscious. Orochimaru wanted to kill the rest, but Naruto interfered, and Orochimaru sensed that this guy is not even using like 5% of his power, but he managed to injure him because if Orochimaru didn't use the substitution where he speed out from himself, he would have died because that was a fatal blow if Orochimaru couldn't use the substitution jutsu one time. So Menma, Mito, and Sakura, even Sasuke were all passed out. Naruto just made like clones and carried them. And Naruto, in this world, if he doesn't pretty much hit anyone, he just thinks that it is wrong to hit him even when they don't even know him, because Naruto came to the village at the age of 5 when his caretaker died, and he didn't have anywhere to go besides the village. So Naruto pretty much carried them, and when the sun trio arrived, Sasuke woke up and broke one of the Sun Ninja's arm. Naruto just knocked them out and took the scrolls and head to the tower. When he arrived, he unsealed Inji and Lee and put Menma, Mito, and Sakura down. And at this point, they were already woken up, but they were pretty much weak. They couldn't walk or do anything. So Naruto continued to carry them to the tower, and that's it. So after that, they were off to the semi-finals, or I don't know, is it preliminaries? I don't know. They were off to the preliminaries. I'm going to say the preliminaries because it's been a long time since I've watched Naruto. I just know what happened and but I forgot like small details and all of those things. So they were off to the preliminaries and they started fighting pretty much. Naruto was going to fight Kiba. You all know how it will go. Naruto won. Kiba is a douchebag. he, he hangs out around Menma and Mito too. He thinks that he's like the main man. He's the pack leader. So Naruto beat him up to prove a point, to show him that it doesn't matter that if you think that you're iron mighty, if you don't train or put in the work, you'll never be nothing. So Naruto was qualified to go to the semi-finals. So when he was at the semi-final, I'm going to cover the match. Man, my Mito won, Sasuke won, Sakura lost because of the double knockout. 10-10 lost, and I forgot to say that 10-10 developed some feelings for Naruto because Naruto was the first person to show her kindness, and she loved the guy because in this world, if Naruto is like pretty much good looking and he still has the blue eyes and blonde hair, but he's like taller in this world because he's not he's not been eating like only ramen. He's been eating like healthy foods and all the things. So Naruto is tall and he's pretty much good looking. So we go to the semi-finals, and I think let's say the finals. We go to the finals, and Lee still lost against Kara, and Naruto felt pretty bad for Gara because Lee fought, and Naruto felt bad for Lee because Gara nearly killed him, and Lee put out his all. Naruto respected Lee even if he's a douchebag because Lee showed power that no one has ever showed him before, not even Menma, the beloved son of the Hokage, and not even Mito, because even if Lee is a douchebag, he is strong, and Naruto wants to fight him sometime. So Naruto said, I'm going to avenge you. And Neji still did that thing where he humiliates Hinata and nearly kills her. But Naruto said, I'm going to defend you. I'm going to say in this what if Hinata was saved by Kiba. This is when Kiba was still like not a douchebag. Hinata is like a small douchebag, but he doesn't show too much because your father Yashi doesn't want that behavior. So Kiba saved Hinata and Hinata developed feelings because if you save Hinata once, she will follow you for the rest of your life. So Neji Hinata fell in love and with Kiba, and Kiba in this what if noticed it. He's not like Naruto in the anime where Naruto didn't even get the clues that Hinata was trying to hint or tell him that he left him. So Kiba and Hinata were pretty much a thing. So when when Neji humiliated Hinata, Kiba was pretty much pissed and said Naruto Kiba like humbled himself and said Naruto avenge Hinata, beat Neji for me, because Kiba was starting to see that he was wrong and what his group of friends stand for was wrong, and they think that power is everything, power is not everything. So Naruto said, okay, I will beat him for you. When we go to the finals, Naruto beats up Neji and Sasuke versus Kara. They still fight. I'm going to see that Kara is some anger issues, but instead didn't try to kill him. Instead, he's still alive and all that shit. So Gara is not that bad. He's just crazy by himself. The Chicago doesn't bother him. He's just sadistic and he pretty much wants to destroy everything. But I'm going to see that the Chicago attack or the leave invasion plan is not going to happen, because I want to end this what if by facing off with Menma Mito and Sasuke versus Naruto. So Sasuke fights Gaara and he wins because he's been training and he has already unlocked the two Tomoe Sharingan in both eyes, and he can use the lightning blade, but not that well. He doesn't use it in battles. He uses it when he's out of options, and if he uses this lightning blade when he's in his current strength, it saps away all of his strength and he is unable to fight. He's out. It's like a double-edged sword. So Sasuke doesn't use it for now until he can train enough so that it will not have backlashes on his body and chakra. So when my Mito win their matches and Naruto fought Neji and did that talk no jutsu thing, that when Naruto speaks people change thing and change Neji, and Neji is not like a douchebag like in canon. So Neji changed his ways and started to see the world like in new views. So we are off to the finals. This match is going to be a four-way Royal Rumble. It's going to be Menma Mito and Sasuke versus Naruto, because many people know that they're going to gang up on Naruto first and eliminate him, and then they're going to fight Wi-Fi until they find out who is going to win. Many people were betting that Naruto was going to lose because they just thought that Naruto was put in the bingo book for just mistakes, or it's pretty much a mistake that he was in the bingo book. And they think that it was a mistake that Naruto was put in the bingo book. He just got lucky in the last mission. So they started the match, and off the bat, Sasuke charges at Naruto using the Chidori, and Naruto just this attack of yours is weak if you are not using it right, like Kakashi. Kakashi Sensei, if he pours like 100% of his chakra, you could pretty much take down a two tails beast. I'm going to say Kakashi is that strong. So Sasuke is not using the Chidori right. He's not pouring chakra into it. He's just using the Chidori like an amateur. Because Naruto can analyze any jutsu in a matter of seconds and break down his flaws and his pros and cons. Yeah, let's see, he can break down his pros and cons, if it's good or if it's bad. So Naruto breaks down that Sasuke is using a prematurely developed jutsu. You can't use it like Kakashi Sensei. You have to train and develop your eyes before you can use this jutsu with accuracy. Because at only 2 Tomoe Sharingan, the accuracy I think is good, but not like 3 Tomoe level. So Naruto is talking about that. So when Sasuke tried to check in Naruto just said lightning style, lightning beam, and he used the lightning beam on Sasuke's leg, and Sasuke the beam shot through Sasuke's leg, but Naruto didn't make the beam like damage Sasuke where it could not work anymore, or is damaged for life. Naruto just make it so that Sasuke's legs are paralyzed, and then when he's done with that, Naruto went on and neck chopped Sasuke on the back, and Sasuke was out of the fight. So Man Mito at this time was scheming, and they used their Uzumaki chains around Naruto, and they went into their one tail's cloak, and they started pretty much beating up on Naruto. But Naruto was just letting them do it because he didn't want to put much energy. He was just wanted to see how much power did they have with that cloak. Because Naruto, let's say Naruto is made up with the Nine Tails, and the Nine Tails show him that his parents abandoned him. They think that they think that you are my son, and that's why they abandoned him. And then Naruto said, "Okay, who are my parents?" Then Naruto said, "I can say that you have to find out by yourself." And then Naruto said, "Okay," because the Ninetales is the one that protected Naruto when his master, that is, when his caretaker or like brother, because the guy that found Naruto, he found Naruto while he was 14 years old, so he didn't want Naruto to call him dad. It would be pretty much weird. He said, "Call me brother." So when his brother died, so Naruto knew that if these people are using the Nanda's chakra, I might always I might like use it myself, because Naruto is like 10%, no, let's say 5% of the Nanda's chakra has already returned to Naruto, but they didn't notice it because the Nanda's pretty much use chakra reserves, because even like 50% of the Ninetales chakra can still stand up to all the tail beast, I think. So Naruto used the Ninetales chakra and he couldn't break, for some reason he could not break out the Uzumaki chain, so he decided to release the mode. He said it's not strong enough. That's my fault for thinking that only 5% can defeat 50% and 40%, because last time I said Mito had 45%, so that's the 5% that went back to the Nantel soul. So Naruto couldn't defeat the 40% and 50%. Is pretty much 90%. Yeah, it's pretty much 90% of the mental chakra versus 5%. You couldn't stand up to them, so Naruto decided to use all his own power, and he powered up to like 15% of his power and broke through the chains. When Naruto broke through the chains, he said, "Are you done?" And then they said, "No." Menma showed like lightning circus. I think I saw the jutsu being used by that one Cloud Ninja. I don't know he is. But you search it up, guys. Search up the Cloud Ninja who used the lightning circus. So Menma used lightning circus. Mito used water stream so that the lightning circus could travel through the water and shock Naruto. And this lightning was black. So Naruto said, "You guys don't give up, do you?" And then Menma said, "You are toast," because Naruto was frozen in place, because this was not a normal water stream. Yes, this was not a. I I made a mistake. Let's see. Mito used water wave and added some earth style, and the air style became mud and binding Naruto's feet, and Menma used lightning circus and it came out like big lightning. And if you all know, water is the biggest conductor of electricity, so they thought that Naruto was going to be paralyzed and they will win. So Naruto said, "You don't give up." And then Naruto said, "It's time to show you like 16% of my power when I'm using the body flicker." Naruto used the body flicker and broke through, but none of the audience could see him except Minato, because Minato uses the flying regime and he's pretty much a master at it. So, except a few Jonins and I ranking Chunin could see Naruto, so they saw Naruto like disappear, and the people said, Where did he go?" And then Naruto appeared in front of Menma and Mito holding like two lightning fist and slammed them in their stomachs, and they were pretty much knocked out, and Naruto was the winner of the match. So Naruto was awarded the Chunin Vest, and I'm going to add like an additional part. I'm going to say when Naruto was going to visit Lee, he found Gara, and Gara was trying to kill Lee, and Naruto stopped him. But this was not the end of it. Gara tried to kill Naruto too. They started fighting and broke through the hospital, and they found themselves in the forest of death. Naruto fought Gara, and at the end Naruto won, because Naruto was using less percent of his chakra. If he can use 16% of his chakra against the one tails cloak of the Ninetales chakra, why would he need to use more percentage of his power dealing with the Shikaku? So Naruto used like 10% of his power to fight the Shikaku, and he still won. After that, Naruto was pretty much tired because when he uses his chakra, he uses best at a time, and it takes a toll on him. If his body rejects it, because Naruto is trying to push down his power and not use more power, because if Naruto's power is released, it will cause trouble, and many people in the village or people with no without high chakra could die, and it will be a mess. So Naruto tries to suppress his power and use the needed power to fight. Not anyone in the village has seen Naruto's power, and they just think that Naruto got lucky. And the Cloud Ninja only saw Naruto using 5% of his power. He didn't know that Naruto could go even further. So we just put Naruto in the bingo book and just leave it at that, and say Naruto is an S class or S rank ninja. So that's it. Naruto talked to Jutsu Gara and told him that you think that your life has been crappy. Do you know what my life has been like? At birth, I was given the duty of holding the mental soul, and my own parents abandoned me. I don't know who my parents are, and I don't know if they're alive or dead. And then Gara can relate to Naruto's grief or problem. So Gara changed his ways, and he's like the Gara that we all know and love. So I think this is where I'm going to end this what if. It's been like 42 minutes. And don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. And if you want to watch part 2, go to the I Do What Is channel. I will leave like I will make a screenshot of his channel. Go seek it up and watch the what if. And without any further ado, this is the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe.